a lot of times you'll hear people talk about goals and saying, hey, you actually have to set a deadline, because some people procrastinate, some are going to do it earlier. But if you have a deadline, it's like, this has to be done, then guess what? It tends to actually get done. So with this, it was like, hey, we can think about it, we can plan, but now it was like, okay, we have to do it. Is that a cultural thing within Private Ocean to have the ability to just move into that action phase?
I do think that, that's a great question. I do think that there is a cultural aspect there, but I think that the bigger driver in this particular case was necessity, right? Before it was, these would be nice to haves and maybe they'll get onto the calendar at some point. Just as you were talking about sort of the idea of planning until maybe it's a perfect plan and then executing it and practicing. And what the current environment, or back in March, what it really necessitated was us taking action right away and realizing, gosh, it doesn't necessarily have to be exactly perfect. This idea that we're now all in our homes, right? Here I am, you're sitting in my living room. It kind of, I think, lends itself to being able to just get something out there, producing a piece of content and getting it out there with the idea that maybe it doesn't have to be exactly perfect. And that knowing that clients or prospective clients or people within our network on the receiving end also maybe didn't have quite the same standard as they were consuming that information. So I think that the environment as a whole made it easier to kind of move a lot more quickly.